Hi, my name is Peter Cho, and today we'll be learning the solo to Tornado of Souls by Megadeth. This solo was played by the great guitarist Marty Friedman, and some have considered this to be one of his most challenging solos. So let's get started. Before we learn the solo, let's figure out the chords that are being played underneath. Now this is important because there are parts of the solo which follow the chords very closely. We're mostly in the key of B minor. So we'll start with the B5 power chord on the 2nd fret, followed by G5 on the 3rd fret, 6th string root. I use my 2nd and 4th finger there. E5 open string, F sharp 5 on the 2nd fret, A5 with the open string, B flat 5 on the 1st fret, and then we cycle back to the top of the form with our B5 again. I play this using all downstrokes to get a chunky sound, but you can experiment with alternate picking if you'd like. And it goes like this. Okay, so now to the solo. I actually believe the beginning of this solo is the hardest part, because even though it's the slowest section, all of the nuances using Marty's signature bends and vibrato is really hard to copy. But it's fun to play because it's so melodic. Here's the first part of how that goes. We'll start off by using the 2nd finger reinforced by the 1st finger. That just means that the 1st finger will be behind the 2nd finger when we bend for strength. So it's played like this. So slowly, you'll see that it's a bend up, down, and then back up again with some vibrato. So slowly it looks like this. And then at tempo. Those type of bends reoccur throughout the solo, and they just reoccur throughout his playing in general. So next we rake across the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings to play the B note on our 1st finger on the 3rd string. And then 6 and 7, and then slide that 7th fret note to the 9th fret, and then add vibrato. Then from there we pick the 9th fret and slide to the 11th, and then pull off, and make sure you add some vibrato on that last note as well. When you listen to his recording, just maybe listen to it at half speed or 75% speed just to figure out how wide and fast it is. It's pretty gnarly. So that whole section from the beginning goes like this. The next part is really tricky. We'll play a short note on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. Then do the Marty bend on the 7th fret with our 1st finger. This is harder because we don't have any other fingers to reinforce that bend. So we just really have to have a lot of strength in that 1st finger. And then after that we have a line that's basically B minor pentatonic. So really slowly, that's this. Hammer from 7 to 9, 10th fret, 7, 9, 7, and I use my 2nd finger there. 6, 7, 9, and then hammer on from 6 to 7, and then vibrato on 6. This is played over the E chord, I believe. Once we get to the C sharp note, we're actually on the F sharp chord. And the next line goes like this. Slowly. So that's hammer on from 6 to 7, back to 6, 9th fret, 7th fret, 9, back to 7, 9, and then 9. So that's actually B minor pentatonic as well, but it can also be thought of as the notes of the B minor arpeggio, because we're leading to the B anyway. We're leading to that B, so that B minor it's all right there. Finally, I'd like to end this part of the lesson with an interesting sounding line, which goes like this. We can think of that line as just the notes in a B minor scale, but it does sound a bit unusual. There's actually a name for this scale. It's called the Japanese pentatonic scale, and it's basically the B minor scale, but you don't play the fourth degree and you don't play the flat 7 degree. So we don't play E and we don't play A. So so the B minor scale sounds like this, and we don't play the E and the A, so it'll sound like this. And on top of the fact that it's already unusual, he actually starts the line on F sharp, which is the 5th of B minor. So maybe that's why it sounds really unusual, but he starts right here. So let's go through that slowly. That's F sharp on the 9th fret, then G, 10th fret, B, which is on the 9th fret, 11, 12, 11, 12, 9, 12, and then a quick 9, 12, back to 9, and then he does the Marty bend. And then back to 9 and 12 with a pre-bend. And then another Marty bend on the 12th fret. Now that part goes a bend up, release, and then a hammer on from 12th fret to the 14th fret using your 3rd and 4th finger. Now this has a stretch, because normally when you hammer on from the 3rd to the 4th finger, you're only 1 fret apart, but this is 2 frets apart. And then you end with the 12th fret G note on the 3rd string, a little bit of vibrato on that. Anyway, thanks for checking this out, and I hope to see you next time for parts 2 and 3. And please hit the like button if you found this helpful.